This is a video on business studies for the students of class 12, and we were discussing about human resource management. This is the fifth part of the video. So let us begin. These are some of the functions of human resource management. So basically the functions of human resource management is divided into two parts. One is your managerial functions and other one is your operative functions. The managerial functions are regarding managing the people within the organization, people who have already been recruited within the organization, and how are the resource management, this HRM department is controlling or regulating the efforts or activities of the people that are already working within the organization. So these are your managerial functions: planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. How these items have been used, or these functions are being carried on to regulate or to regulate the functions or the workings of people within the organization. Next function is your operative functions. This is mainly concerned with the recruitment of people, and how are you trying to maintain that manpower which you already have within an organization. So in this video I'll be mainly focusing on the managerial function of human resource management. So the first kind of function is the managerial function. Like I earlier told you, like how do you organize the efforts of people who are working within your organization. Now, before we move on to read the function, let us see what is the overall managerial function of an organization, or even in our daily life. The first one is planning. Now, what is a planning? Like suppose you go for a class picnic. So what are the things that you're supposed to do? First thing, there has to be a plan. You need to know that, okay, which place do you want to go for a picnic? What is going to be the time? What is the entire budget that you need? What should be the individual collection? It depends upon the number of people or number of your classmates that are going. So it requires a lot of planning, or you can say deciding in advance what to do. So you know that you have to go for a planning. There has to be decisions should be taken about which place you want to go for a picnic, how many people are ready to go for a picnic, what is the total expenditures that you have to make. So what is the individual contribution has to be decided. Then about which the mode of transport you'll be going with, in a train, or you'll be taking a bus, everything. So when you plans, when you deciding, or when you have that, yes, I have to go for a picnic, so it requires a lot of planning. Next step is organizing. Now you're going for a picnic. Now you have to organize a lot. A bus conductor has to be organized. You need to know what is the time. Everything has to be done in a systematic way. There has to be someone who will be looking after the food items that you'll be carrying with you, water. So many essentials are there. So you divide amongst yourself that, okay, this particular department, like for the buses, you can assign someone to look after the bus, like it comes on time, and everything, the driver is good, or all that stuff. Then next you have a food department who will be looking after what food is to be carried with you, what is the what is the budget that they require, and you divide yourselves among different departments. One department will be your finance department, who will be responsible for collecting money. So you're basically dividing the task among yourself. So when you're dividing the task, you come across authority and responsibility. Now you know what is authority and responsibility is. Authority, that you're giving someone power to do something. Like a food department has the power to take decisions regarding the food. As per what budget you are giving him, what amount you're giving him, he'll try to arrange food within that budget, right? So whether he's using those money correctly or not, all these things come under authority and responsibility. Now next is directing. There has to be a team leader who will motivate you, like you can say the class leaders or the school leaders who will be actually responsible that okay, this particular task is being carried out in this way. It basically deals with motivating people that yes, let us go, let directing is a kind of directing. Okay, the food departments, okay, you can arrange food from your finance, you can collect the money this way. There has to be a systematic way of doing the entire thing so that there is no chaos while you're working as a team. So directing is actually guiding, you can say guiding in a proper way. So this is what directing is. Controlling means to just to ascertain, like it's the job of a team leader that okay, this task was given to this individuals. Okay, so this particular individual, are you being able to do that particular job? That means you're controlling, like just keeping a check whether the things are being done as per the order. So this I've just given you a overall the example how you plan, how you organize, direct, and control. This is what managerial function is. This is what the job of a manager is. Now, job of a manager in with what I explained you, this is like a planning a trip. Now, how it comes to the organization. Now, planning means you need to know what are the goals of the enterprise. You have to know what are where do you want to be in future. So you to get there, there has to be a course of plan. Like if you want to be a doctor, you cannot take up commerce. If you want to be a lawyer, you cannot take up science. So all these things, it has to be a course of action. So in order to know where what course you need to have the goal in life, like where you want to be, only then only then you can plan. Like if you want to go a picnic, then only you'll prepare the budget or the destination. If there's no plan for going for a picnic, so all the entire thing is useless. So planning is actually deciding the goal, or you can say the policies where you want to go. Now, organizing is obviously, allocation of tasks, like different people, the newly hired people or the people or the subordinates will be given this particular job. Okay, like this individual, you're supposed to, look after the production. You have to see what quantity of goods are being produced. All these things, like organizing things within an organization. You're giving task, you are giving them authority and also the responsibility to completely do that particular job. So that is organizing. Third point is directing. That means you are motivating, you are guiding the particular person, you are guiding your subordinate to do that particular job. You're not shouting and yelling at him, or you are actually helping him out how to complete his task. It's a kind of motivation, you can say. You are also supervising him if he is new to the job, and you need to show him like this is how you are supposed to do it. This is how these functions are carried out within an organization. You have to make someone who is new, what are the ways the things are done within an organization. So it creates a tribe, because if the flow of information is cordial, we call it like it creates a very sound relationship between the people working in an organization. It also helps in establishing sound individual and human relations within the organization. So this is what the purpose of directing is. You are helping the people working within the organization. You're motivating him, you're providing them effective leadership. You're not dominating or shouting or yelling at them, but you are motivating them, or or instructing them, a way of guiding them how to do the particular job. Last point is controlling. You have to see that whatever task you have given to an individual, whether he is capable of doing, not capable, I would say, you are keeping a check that whether he is, able to do that particular job as per it's decided or as he has been instructed. So you're keeping a check on that. It also involves like various training programs, auditing, analyzing labor turnover. Now, analyzing labor turnover is you are seeing that whether all these above functions have not been overburdened to an employee, so that he is leaving the job, he cannot take up that pressure. So labor turnover is number of people leaving the job. So that is what you are checking. You're also directing the moral surveys. So these are all the managerial functions that I have discussed today. I hope you've understood the topics really well. So this is all we have from the video today. Thank you.